Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn how to add a Remember Me feature to our e-commerce website's sign-in process. This feature lets users stay signed in by saving their email and password in cookies so they don't have to type them every time. We will go through the project line by line, the front end, back end, database connection, and everything you will need to understand this code. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is my index.php file. This file holds both the sign up form and the sign in form. At the top we include the connection.php file so we can talk to the database. And then we have the sign up box. Users enter the first name, the last name, email, password, mobile and the gender. But now let's focus on the sign in box. So as you can see, this code line checks if cookies exist. If yes, it fills in the email and password fields automatically. And then we have the checkbox where the user chooses if they want to be remembered. Okay, now let's move on to the script.js. So in the script.js we have two main parts before the sign in. The function that's called change view. This toggles between the sign up box and the sign in box so users can switch easily. And next we have the function sign up. This collects values from the form using document.getElementById and stores them into a form data object and sends them to the signup process.php with Ajax. So if it's successful, it shows a success message, and if not, it shows an error. So this is just a standard Ajax communication. Now here comes the most important part, the sign in function. So as you can see, the very first three lines, this gets the values typed by the user and also checks if the remember me box is ticked. And then we create a form data, and after that, do you notice that there is a R which holds a true, false value depending on the checkbox. And next, annex ML HTTP request sends this data to the sign-in process.php. So when the server responds, if the response is success, the user is redirected to home.php. If it fails, an error message is displayed. So this is how an front-end JavaScript works with the backend to enable Remember Me. Next we move on to sign-in process.php. We handle the actual login. First we start off with the session start and then get the data from the Ajax by the variables that is called email, password and remember me by using the method post. Then we validate the inputs. If email or password is empty, it shows an error. Then we will run a query, and here if a matching row is found, the login will be successful. Then here comes the remember me logic. This means that if the box is checked, it saves cookies for 1 year, and if not, it deletes any existing cookies. Let me briefly explain you what a cookie is. A cookie is a small piece of data that a website saves on the user's browser like Chrome, Firefox or Edge. is stored on the user computer, not on the server. The cookie usually contains text like an email, a session ID, or preferences. The next time the user visits the site, the browser automatically sends that cookie back to the server so the website remembers them. Think of a cookie as a sticky note on your website that lives on the user's browser saying, "Hey, this person already logged in with this email and password." That's why we call it Remember Me. I will also again explain the code. So first, in a if-else statement, we have if check if the remember me is ticked. The variable $remember me comes from the checkbox in the front end. If it is equal to the true, it means the box was ticked. So now I will explain what the setCookie function is. SetCookie comes with name, value, and the expiry time. Here the name is email or the password. The value is what we want to save the actual email or the password. Expiry time tells the browser when the cookie should expire. I will explain expiry time more. Time inside brackets plus in brackets 60 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 24 multiplied by 365 means the current time plus 1 year. 60 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 24 means it equals to 1 day, and then we multiply it by 365, that means it equals to 1 year. So this cookie will stay for 1 year unless the user clears the browser's cookies. Now let me explain the else block. Here it says about the deleting cookies. If the checkbox was not ticked, we remove the cookies by setting their value empty and expiry time by -1. So negative time means this cookie expired in the past, deleted. So in a summary, let me explain what it happens in real life. A user ticks remember me checkbox. Their email and the password are saved in the browser cookies. Then next time they visit the site, the login form automatically fills in with the saved data. User doesn't tick remember me, cookies get deleted or never created, so they must type details again. Next we have our connection.php file, which makes it easy to work with the database. So first we have the setup connection that connects to the MySQL only once, and the IUD runs the insert, update, delete queries, and the search runs the select queries. So now we have built a full sign-in system with a remember me feature. So now let's test it. So as you can see, I have already created an account and have been logged into the sign-in page. Now here I have already given my email and password. The email is testexample@gmail.com and the password is 12345. I have also already ticked the remember me. So let's refresh the page and see if this works. So as you can see, it redirects me to the create new account, but we will go to the I have already an account and sign in. So as you can see, all the email and the password fields are already filled in. That means the cookie works. So this means it improves the user experience and is widely used in real e-commerce websites. That's it for today's tutorial, and see you in the next video. Thank you.